Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Gran Turismo 2. So, off screen, I have done a couple things. First of all, I have gone through each of these to see what horsepower races I have yet to do, or more importantly, which ones I have done. In other words, the limited horsepower races. And I've written down all the horsepower breakoffs in a notepad document that you can't see. Also, I won every race except for the Laguna Seca endurance. Anyway, anything that can be won by the Escudo, aka the Suzuki, I did that off screen. Because, seriously, nobody needs to see me just smash things with the Suzuki. Also, I went and bought one of every car in the special dealership races and such. So, anyway, I bought another one of those off screen because if I buy the racing paint, it ruins the possibility of me doing the normal paint versions. So anyway, now I'm going to try to knock off all of the 197 horsepower races. I have to find a car that's under 197 horsepower. If there is a way to separate cars based on horsepower, or view the horsepower without doing this, then I would like to know. Well, here's one. So I think the car was this dealership? Not this one. Go back. Okay, yeah. Hey, Gabriel. As you can see, you didn't miss anything. And just make sure I do have full upgrades on this bad boy before I begin. I think I do. Well, aside from what would disqualify me from the 190, was it? No, 197 power races. I'm just going to maximize upgrades. I don't know. That's the one I just bought. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just buy upgrades. I don't know what I have and haven't gotten. Right now, off screen, I was just focusing on horsepower and nothing else. Did I buy super soft tires for this? I should have. No, I did not. Alright, well, let's rectify that mistake. Since they're not extremely expensive like in GT3, and also money farming is so much easier because I could just win one race and churn out a 550,000 in significantly less than 10 minutes. Okay. Now that we do have full upgrades, let's at least do the first race of this car challenge. Or try to, anyway. If I can't win, I'm just going to say fuck it and move on to the 197/216 horsepower races. Oh, this is Rome at night. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Not sure how long. If I do one of the endurance races by chance, it'll be Laguna Seca. Which, that is the last of the endurance races that I can use the Suzuki for. I don't know how long that's gonna take, because I remember it took, like, the better part of 2 hours in 3, but that was with an F1 vehicle. And tires wear out way faster in that game than it does here. Come on, turn. Yeah, I need to corner better for the other races. Luckily here it's fine. Okay. Easy win. And they're all the same vehicle. That is the only race I'll face the Suzuki. You mean use the Suzuki? I assume you mean. Yeah, that's the only race I'll be using the Suzuki. Everything else I could use it for, I've already done off screen. Okay, so now that that's done, let's buy the paint, which is completely pointless outside of, oh, it's something you have to get in order to participate in this event. It costs 80,000 to do, but you get like 5 to 10,000 for doing so. Actually, tell a lie, my credits are kind of low. So I might be using the Suzuki to farm do a little bit of Red Rock Valley farming. Okay, so let's look for the 197 horsepower races. Okay, 345, that's too much. 246, that's a little high at the moment. 246. 197, okay. Trial Mountain. Bots commented about some wallet and shit. Yeah, you can block them. That's very easy to do. You could probably hit... You can go to the right of the comment. There, you should see 3 vertical dots, and then write hide user. But yeah, those bots are everywhere, unfortunately. YouTube will not do anything about it because they are stupid. I don't think, by the way, I don't think that would do anything to your channel, the bots commenting, but yeah. Another thing you can do is, I forget exactly where it is, but if you go under, like, channel settings, under community or something, you can block certain words from being said. So, like, if you put the word wallet in there, in the example you gave, you can block people from writing the word wallet in there. I did that with a lot of terms and phrases that the bots used to use. Although, there was that one that appeared in the one Resi 4 remake stream that I did. Okay, I'm holding a comfortable, precarious lead. Don't hit the wall or else I will lose. Establishing a nice lead. There we go. Okay. Let's look for the other 197 horsepower limits. Okay, German nationals. Here's that 216. This is the lone 216 horsepower race in the game. I'm going to see if I can win this with what I have now. I don't know if I can, but I will try. See how well this goes. If I do, then I can delete 216 off of my text document. Come on. Out of the way. Okay. Nice, nice. We're in first. Just gotta hold the lead. Seems like if I win, I'm not going to win by a very comfortable margin. Right. Received 2 comments about it. Yeah, I have too in the past. I didn't actually put those words in my block list, but those are the only... I only got 2 comments about that myself, and that was months ago. Okay, now I'm winning on a very comfortable margin. That doesn't mean I'm gonna goof off and do stupid shit. Okay. Nice. How much did I win by? 6 seconds, not bad. All right, so that's the only 216 horsepower race. And now, I can delete that from my list. Okay. And these are the high horsepower races. I'm not even going to try participating in them. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, a little, that's too high, I think. Too high, I think. Too high, I think. Too high. This race here has the cheating GT40, which has like 300 something, like 340 horsepower, yet it's in a 295 horsepower race. I think I will do some spawn RNG for that. Meaning that if it spawns, I'm just not going to bother racing with it. This one is no limits. And this one is high horsepower, probably. Yeah, high horsepower. And that one I could just use the Suzuki and smash everything. Alright, cool. 197 horsepower out of there, I think. Okay. And just make sure the rest of these are all, like, high horsepower. 591. 591. 690. Okay. Alright, let's try the other car race. Also, this is the wrong city. Okay, Ford. People racing. People driving around in their loud vehicles. Alright, let's see if I can win this. I should be able to. Unless they've gotten really good upgrades. Also, I'm on Super Speedway. This is an easy vehicle to win, or an easy race to win overall. Provided I have the horsepower for it. Horsepower and top speed. Okay, I've hit top speed. So if I'm going to use this car more, I should definitely tune it differently. If I make the gearboxes wider, that will improve my top speed, at the expense of acceleration. Assuming that this works the way it did in 3. Okay, so... Actually, I should check upgrades. Hold on. How far can I upgrade this thing? Tune the car. I don't know what cars are NA and turbo. I do have a game facts guide here that lists all the NA vehicles and all the turbo vehicles. So... Oh, this is fully upgraded. Okay, yeah, I did fully upgrade this. Alright, so it's time to move on. Use a 246 horsepower vehicle. Or I might just sell this thing, I don't know. Actually, I probably should. Focus. Something tells me I didn't fully upgrade this. Never heard about Spider-Man 1 getting inspired by the Raimi movie. Yeah, it was... Yeah, it was entirely based off that movie. I mean, obviously with added stuff to make the game longer. Is it good? It's mediocre. That's the best I could say for it. It's mediocre. Though it does have all the... It does have all the voice actors from the movie. So, Tobey Maguire does voice Spider-Man / Peter. Kirsten Dunst voices MJ. William Dafoe is Goblin. Oh, this is an NA vehicle. And I can go up... Okay, I need some money to get this upgrade. So... Off to Red Rock Valley we go. Hello, Suzuki, my old friend. It'll suck not being able to use... Essentially being locked from using this in 4. Because, Gabriel, didn't you say that if I bash into another car for some races, I'm going to be locked at 50 miles an hour for a few seconds? Ditto to hitting a wall. And if that's the case, then I absolutely can't use this. If it's going to be hard to control compared to F1s. You have penalty on rally races, okay. Yeah, that is quite a penalty, I gotta say. Although, it does make sense. Come on, don't spin out on me, Suzuki. There are a lot of those events. Yeah, that was a dog shit lap that I just did. Ideally, and you could probably do this even faster. Ideally, that first lap I just did will be 109 or 108. Not 110. First GT game. Oh, it's the first one with ice races. Oh boy. Oh boy. And I think it's also... Oh, snow. Well, ice, snow. I consider it basically the same thing. Weather hazards, let's say. And I'm gonna assume... I think that we've talked about this before, and I asked this before, but I assume when the weather changes to rain or snow, that it actually does impact the race, and it's not just cosmetic. .524, that was a terrible Red Rock. Like, a decent one for me is like 520 or 521. 524 is just bad. And I'm going to do one more race. I'm going to do this one more time to get money. Now, I was farming, like, way back when this playthrough started. I was doing the Super Speedway one off-screen because it's Super Speedway. It's easy. But I wanted to try my hand at the other races to see what vehicles I might unlock. And that's how I found out that this thing gives you the car you sell for 500,000 credits. The Speed 12. .107. That's a fairly good lap 1 for my ass. Turn better. Okay, there we go. .101.9. I have done better, but that's a pretty decent lap too. Come on, turn. By the way, I think I've mentioned this before, but I tried the arcade races off screen, and I can just use this vehicle, and it just destroys everything. At least from the little bit I've played of it. So if I can just use the Suzuki to smash the arcade races, then I'm not showing it. Assuming the AI never improves, gets better vehicles, etc. Or if I can use or if I have to, use the Speed 12, which is apparently even better than this. I say that because I did check out the beating 99 laps of Rome's endurance to actually win the race in under 2 hours, and they used a Speed 12, I believe. They definitely did not use the Suzuki. I cut that too close, or I went too far on the inside there. Please. Oh, god damn it, I fucked up. I fucked up really bad there. I'm probably not getting sub 520. Oh, I still did. Nice. Okay, now that that's done. Sell these. Okay, so now, before we do get anything else, I'm curious what we have for vehicles. 133. We can upgrade that to 216 horsepower. We can upgrade that to 216 horsepower. I'm curious if that's enough to do the 246 horsepower races. Okay, I did get the racing super soft. As something I should always get in this game, it seems. Unless you're doing the endurance races. If you are, then it might not be the best idea. Because I don't know how fast those wear out. So, 246. 246 Laguna Seca. Track so famous that it was used in Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. As, I mean, I've said this enough times that we all know this, but yeah. Doug Derby. And it's always, anytime that Doug Derby is used, anytime that Doug Derby is picked in Star Wars tournaments, the commentators, no matter who it is, they always bring this up. And if I was commenting on it, I also would bring it up constantly. Come on, turn. I might need some I might need to tweak my gearbox a bit. That was a very bad corner. Okay, that was a good Andretti hairpin. Oh boy. Oh boy, I am not winning comfortably. Okay. I'm surprised that worked so well. All right. And I am going to save. It's been about an hour. Let's see, 246 Tahiti Road. Okay, hold on, how do I adjust these parts? How do I adjust these? There is a way to adjust them, surely, right? Gear. Okay, well, my dumbass doesn't know how. Assuming that I even bought the parts for it, which I might not have, actually. Hang on one sec. What? No. Good. Yeah, I don't even think I bought the parts to do that. But let's see if horsepower alone is enough. About GT4 races that will start in 6 and really far away from first place, and you have 3 laps. Oh, and you have the penalty if you hit cars and walls. Out of curiosity, does it have the option to, I forget what it's called in 3, but the qualifying where you can start in, let's say, 4th? I never used it in 3 because it's completely worthless to do so. And it's a complete waste of time. Okay, French nationals, UK nationals, 345. Okay, that's too hard. No, and the cars are pre-selected. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, if they're pre-selected, does that mean... Also, I don't need to do this. Does that mean then that... Does that mean then that you can't shuffle the RNG? Meaning you can't just, like, reload the race to get a better car competition that you can win more easily? I mean, obviously not for races where you have to use certain vehicles. Oh, it'll always be the same cars you're up against. Ah, rip. Yeah, the only time I ever... I don't know how often I'll do that in this game, other than the one race that I mentioned earlier, where if I get the Ford GT40 as an opponent, I just restart. Unless that's fixed in this game, too. Okay. And the only time I did that in 3 was the Polyphony, or not the Polyphony Cup, but the F1 tournament. Also, shit, this car doesn't turn well. Okay. When I was trying specifically not to have the 094S spawn, since that is the biggest threat. And it was when I did the Monaco 78 laps race in that tournament off-screen. That was the car I just barely beat by 9 seconds in a 2-hour race. And I had to use the... I think at that time I used the 094H and not the... Like, I didn't realize how good the 094S was in that... or is in that game. Come on, go, go, go. Yeah, okay, cool. You stop revving your motorcycle out there? Whatever the fuck's going on outside my house? Now this race definitely gave me trouble in the lightweight tournament when I was using, I think it was the Beat. Let's see if this gives me trouble here. Ooh, a little precarious, but I do have more horsepower. Is there a way to win this, or am I going to have to get more gear? Oh, I think we're going to have to get more gear pieces for this. Yeah. No chance. I'm going to have to upgrade this some more if I'm going to win with this car. And this is why I got those upgrades, or why I farmed money. Alright, I can do this, though. By the way, I can't get turbo upgrades, can I? Oh, yes, I can. But stage 2 pushes me over the power limit. Alright, we're gonna get the brakes. There we go. Oh wait, that's the one I just got. And then drive shaft. I did get super soft, right? Yeah. I surely did get the weight reduction. Yes, I did, okay. Always get weight reduction. Oops. Oh wait, I've already been here. Okay, was it this one? No. It was, actually, that is not the one I was at. Ah, this is the one. Seattle Short. Ah, here we go. Okay. Let's set that to 1. Wait, did that save? Hold on. Yeah, it did. Okay, I think I'm gonna want maximum tops or maximum acceleration, and setting it to sports makes it if it's like in 3, it gives more acceleration at the expense of top speed. But if I'm not going to hit top speed anyway, then it doesn't matter. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Okay, definitely better acceleration. I can feel that already. Okay, let's hit 50. Hit the brakes. Cool beans. Yeah, this is a much Alright, this is a much more comfortable start. Rip. Come on, go, go, go. Okay, did not hit top speed, so this is a good tuning for this track. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's better. Even though I did body block a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Seattle short done. Okay, nothing there. 2-4. Okay, Tahiti Road again. I want to see. Wrong thing. I want to see what I unlocked from winning that. Clio. Eh. I was told that the Tuscan 6 is a prize car, and thankfully not. Not a license test unlock. Okay, Tahiti Road. Oh, I am hitting top speed. Okay, so if I lose this race, I'll try it again and widen the gears. Though I don't know if I'm going to lose. If I'm going to lose, it's because of the straightaway, I think. Okay, that is more less comfortable than I would like. Okay. Convertible car, historic car. Okay, 246. All on Tahiti Road again. $394. I'm just seeing what else I need to do with 246 horsepower. Okay, that's it. Another Tahiti Road. I think that's it. And this is no limits, right? No limits, yeah. Okay. So, this was the other one, right? No. Which one was it? It was this one. Okay. 246. Okay. Set that by one level. I probably should have set it up by another 2 or 3 levels. But oh well. 4, 5. Now the AI is doing really bad on this track. I'm winning way more comfortably, and I don't think it's just that one change that I made. Maybe it is, but I don't think so. I think there's more to it than that. Okay, and now we can knock out 246 horsepower off the list. 295 is the minimum horsepower, or maximum horsepower upgrade for miscellaneous things. And we'll see what vehicles I've unlocked. Mugen 3 and MX Miata. Don't know. But actually, yeah, let's sell the car. Yeah, let's sell this. I don't think I can use this for a whole lot. Alright, so I think we'll do what 295 horsepower races that I can. And then do the Laguna Seca endurance and then call it a stream. Second, first. Okay. The beginning of the stream talked about if I won't race against my mirror. Oh, will I face the Suzuki? Oh, you meant that. Yeah, I thought you meant I won't use it. I did actually think that was, you used the wrong word. My mistake. The chances of that happening are pretty low. But I'll still try to win. Even if I'm in a mirror match. There were two reasons why the Suzuki race was hard. One, not being used to the track. 2, I lose the edge of just being overpowered with the Suzuki. But here there's... But if I were to do a mirror match now, it's less likely to be problematic. And another reason is I only have one shot to do well. Whereas if I have a whole bunch of laps, or at least more than one, I can at least potentially catch up. Oh, and surprise, surprise, when I used the Suzuki in the other rally events, when I actually had the overpowered advantage, I won all those really easily on first try with no resets. Alright, high-speed ring. So now we can sell the Focus. And yeah, we'll save the game because it's been a little bit since I've saved. Cool deal. And the best I can do with this vehicle is 256 horsepower. So I have to see what drivetrain this is. Maybe I can do one of the drivetrains before I sell this. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother. It is FF. Ooh. FF. Wrong thing. Oh, wait, let me double check the UK one. Hold on, is that 295? That's 345. Okay. FF. 295, okay. And on Tahiti. Okay. So I might be able to win this one. I can do turbo. 256. Yep, 256 horsepower. I think I can at least do the first FF race. Okay, midfield. I might be able to do midfield. I don't know, though. There we go. Let's try that. I might be able to do 2 races. Maybe. I can do this one, I think. But I don't know if I can do the midfield one. Since I am potentially down 100 horsepower. That's not good. But we'll see what I can do, maybe. Shit. Okay, cool. This race was not too hard. I wonder if this is one of those races where the AI plays like dog shit in. Because I was recommended to watch the cheating AI of GT2 video. And I did pick up that the AI plays like shit in some races. And it plays really well on other races. I have to wonder if this is one of the... if Tahiti Road is one of those races where they do really bad on. Alright, let's see if I can do this one. If I can do this one comfortably, I might try the final event. If I can't win this comfortably, or can't win at all, I'm not even going to bother. And I didn't even... I think it was Trial Mountain or Deep Forest. Alright, let's see how comfortably I... Well, at least I have the lead. But let's see how comfortably I win this. Spider-Man 3 is good. It's okay. Like, I played the 360 version, which I think is actually different than the PS2 and Wii versions, or whatever consoles it was on. It's okay, but, like, it's vastly inferior to Spider-Man 2. Or as a lot of the community calls it, Toby 2. Like, there's no way you can play Spider-Man 3 after Spider-Man 2 and say Spider-Man 3 is, like, a great game or a good game. Well, I should say great. Okay, I am not going to comfortably win this race. I think I'll win, but not very comfortably. Come on, stay on the road. Okay. And the reason why is you don't really have random crimes to solve. Well, by that I mean criminals to beat up. The movement is not nearly as fluid and as fun as Spider-Man 2. Just like flying around the city isn't as satisfying. Like it, I think the GameSpot review said it's at best a step sideways in the series, and that's actually a pretty good description, IMO, of how the game feels. It's a step sideways compared to Toby 2. Alright, for shits and giggles, I'm going to try Trial Mountain. I'm down 150 horsepower. Let's see if I can still do it somehow. If I can, that would amaze me. Only reason I'm trying this is because I have to use FF vehicles. Okay. Starting? Come on, dude. Okay, not a very good start. Can I still possibly win this? Chances are unlikely. Oh? Oh? Can I maybe win, actually? Holy shit, I might actually win this. I might actually win this this race with this car. Okay. Okay, surprisingly, I'm winning. And I have a comfortable lead. Holy shit, I'm actually gonna win this race. I swear I did this just for shits and giggles to see how well I do. Never expected to actually win this, being down by potentially 150 horsepower. my god, why? Okay, good. Okay. Excellent. We don't have to worry about FF vehicles anymore. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to try those. 345, not trying that. Okay, Historic Car Cup, 395 Rome. So, here's how I think this is going to work. First off, I'm going to adjust my gears a little bit. I'm going to adjust this down to, like, 2. Actually, we'll do 3. And if I see that GT40, I'm just starting over in the hopes that it doesn't spawn the next time. If they're not fixed. I don't think it spawned, actually. Did it? Or wait, are there 2 of them? Actually, there might be 2 of them. Shit. So either it didn't spawn or it spawned 2 of them. Also, yikes, this turn was horrible. Holy shit, I might actually win this. What the hell was that? Alright, I just heard a loud thud outside my house. I know it wasn't loud enough to be picked up on the mic, but I definitely heard it. Okay, I think that is a GT40, but can I win anyway? Not if I'm hitting walls. Come on, turn. Okay, come on. Oh god, oh god, it's getting real close. Come on. Okay, I won. Did I seriously beat 2 of them? Or did it not spawn? No. Okay, thank God it didn't spawn. Thank God. Well, I'll take it. A win's a win. And I don't have to think about this race anymore. Okay, store car cup, 295, done. 394, 493. 394. All of these are 394, 345 plus. 394. 394. And then all of these are like 500 plus or free. Okay. Oh wait, just make sure. Okay, I'm gonna double check. 345. Actually, I might be able to win this one. Hold on. I am down a potential 150 horsepower. But let's see if I can win this. Not likely is the answer. Turn, bastard. Oh my god, I'm actually somehow able to do this? I should have widened the gears a bit so I can get more top speed on some of the straightaways. Man, this is going to be risky, but I can do this, I think. on. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm winning way more races than I thought I would be with this thing. Alright, I'm actually quite pleased at how this is going. Okay, so 295. Okay, I'm not testing my luck there. 345, not testing it. 443, definitely not testing that. Okay, so FR can't do that. $345. 295, yep. And this is all like 300 horsepower. Yeah, this is all 300 horsepower stuff. Okay, 300, yeah, 300 plus. And I'll check the FR cars. Okay, 443. 345. Okay, I can delete 295 off the list. Okay, so 345 horsepower maximum is what I have to work with next time. And to end the stream, we'll do the endurance for... We'll do the endurance for Laguna Seca. Knock it out of the way. And let's use the Scudo. Also known as the Suzuki. And we're going to drop a save first. Okay, we accomplished quite a bit this stream. Okay. This car doesn't turn super well. Let's do soft tires. Actually, no, let's do medium. Because I want some better performance tires, but I don't want to go super soft because then my tires will go bad really fast, and that's not something I want for an endurance race. Oh, shit. I forgot you just start. Yeah, this is a problem. This is a problem, not being able to turn super sharply. And it's a problem on this track because, like, hitting a wall is one thing, but going into the sand is quite another. Like, as most of us know, going into the sand will absolutely ruin your top speed. Actually, you know what? I'll do this lap, and then I'm gonna test the TVR 12. Actually, you know what? Let's see how fast I go with these. With this after the first lap. Since my tires are warmed up a bit. Because I am already dominating the lead. Oh, I don't know how audible this is in the stream, but I definitely hear the little squishy sound effect, the one in GT3 where I muted the in-game audio completely because it was really obnoxious. I'm definitely hearing that here, but in this game it's not super duper loud. Okay, I'm really surprised that didn't kill my speed. Why PC version of Spider-Man bad? I assume you mean PS2 version, or the Spider-Man 2 bad like GTA 4. What? GTA 4 is not bad. Maybe the PC version is, I don't know, but it changes everything about Spider-Man 2. Also, wait, holy shit, going into the sand doesn't actually affect you that much? Okay, then. Anyway, you basically have no freedom to do shit in Spider-Man 2 on PC. And I remember there being a really bullshit Mysterio fight that I had to cheese. Like, I had to hide in a corner and kill him from a mile away. Also, there's like no, like, it has nothing to do with the movie, which at least the console version, I was gonna say PS2 version, but the console version, that at least follows the movie. I mean, aside from the extra stuff they added to make the game longer, obviously. You can't fly around the city, you can't do shit. It didn't even control that well, from what I remember. It was just bad. Like, I remember it being significantly worse than Spider-Man 1. Okay, fuck, that was bad. Okay, don't hit the wall. Now, off-screen, I might actually test various races with the Speed 12 and see how well it performs compared to this. Like, when top speed is involved, this thing is king, but this might be another instance where it's better to just have a different vehicle that is still really high performance. That wall. Jesus Christ, I need to slow the fuck down for that. I definitely need to slow the fuck down for that turn. Yeah, that was a terrible lap. Okay. Don't hit the wall. hard to make. Win some car by completing all licenses? No. I mean, you do for getting all golds on respective licenses, but you already knew that. No, you don't get anything for completing all the licenses. I think you might get something for winning all the arcade races, which you do need all the licenses for that. But just finishing the licenses, no. Okay, first lapped car, 12 laps in. The way. Can't do that in 4. Come on, turn. Okay. It's a new lap record. What is that? Oh, you made a pit stop. What enemies have delayed attack in Dark Souls? What do you mean by delayed? You mean like a charge attack, or... I'm not sure what you mean by delayed. Enemy attack when it attacks later and can sometimes hit when I try to roll. Oh, I don't know offhand which enemies do that. Some bosses in Elden Ring have that. Ah. I don't remember which ones can hit you after rolling offhand. I think Gwyn has something like that. I still wish I knew the parry timings. Like, if the bonfire was right outside that fight, I absolutely would take the time to learn exactly when to counter everything he does, or parry everything he does. But no, I have to run all the way. Like, I have tried learning off screen, but I have to run all the way from the fucking kiln of the first flame bonfire, past all the black armor knights, and then through the thing to unlock, to try again. So I just do like the Havel set build along with like Iron Skin and just kill them that way. Bit of a tangent there, but yeah. Come on, turn, damn it. Yeah, this crap here is why I'm curious to test the Speed 12. See how good it is on races where you have to actually turn. If it's better, I might just use that instead of this. Oh my god, no damage on bosses in Elden Ring. That sounds either really bad to do, or a normal run. I'm not sure how much damage they do. And yeah, holy shit, there's 205 of them on the okay. I assume that the 205 is including DLC, correct? And not just in the base game. I know there's a shitload of bosses, but holy shit, 205? Well, all I'm gonna say is whenever I do that, I'm gonna have plenty of stream content. Get out of the way, car. Okay, so... Okay, tires are starting to turn orange, so it'll be soon time to make a pit stop. Okay, okay. We gotta do this. I think we can do one more lap before we make a pit stop. I wanted to try to get up to 30, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And I'm not racing with bad tires either. Racing with bad tires is a bad idea. God damn it. Actually, no. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go until the tires get red. Like, totally red. My favorite open world game, but any kind, GTA, Elder Scrolls, Zelda, etc. Good question. That is a good question. I do have a soft spot for Ocarina of Time. If we're gonna count that. Although I do enjoy GTA, a little GTA. According only boss fights, can't leave the regions without beating all of them. Oh, okay. And that does include DLC, the 205 bosses, okay. I have seen videos of other bosses trying to fight the furnace golem, and the furnace golem flattens every one of them except for the fire giant spamming the invincibility roll attack, since it gives iframes. Yeah, very hard. Yep, it sounds like it just from the furnace golem alone. Alright, so that front right tire is basically red, so I will make a pit stop here at the next time I hit the pit stop area. Ah. Okay. Cold tires. Go. So, 27 laps, although I was doing significantly worse on the last couple laps there. So, I think we'll lower that number to 24. Or 23, something like that. So, on laps 50 and 73, I should make another pit stop. Killed one of the furnace golems. Took forever. Max upgraded swords could barely do damage. Yikes. Does it have any elemental weaknesses that you can exploit, or is it just that stupidly tanky? G decides to roll in your direction and you are dead. Oh, fucking rip. Stamina drops really quick. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. It is a tanky enemy. Ah, okay. Even in that one fight video that I mentioned, when it was spamming the hell out of the roll attack against the furnace golem, the furnace golem still knocked the fire giant down to, I think, a quarter of its health. Yeah, I think that dude has a bunch of other boss versus boss videos of other Souls games. And I gotta say, it's very amusing. It was very amusing if he was that guy that I'm thinking of. One of the ONS versus everything in Dark Souls 1 vids, he had the bed of bullshit. Not everything, just the little insect that you kill to kill the bed of chaos, aka bed of bullshit. It's very satisfying seeing that thing defenseless and just get slaughtered by ONS. Because seriously, fuck that boss. It's stupid as hell. It's the one where you have to jump across the holes in the ground in Lost Izalith. Seriously, fuck that fight so hard. It is by a wide margin the stupidest fight in Dark Souls 1. How will I do that at level 1? Oh, I'm not going to play Dark Souls at level 1. Demon Souls I will. I'm not sure how, but I'll think of something, I hope. I'll definitely be using Clever Rat Ring, aka Red Tearstone Ring strats, plus Marion Blade strats, and I'm guessing the idea will be avoid everything and try and use different elemental type weapons like flaming weapons, magic weapons, maybe, question mark, etc. weapons. Hopefully there is a character class that allows me to equip long-range bows so I can snipe the dragons in Boletaria Palace. Oh, hello, you spun out, haha. Arrows do low damage. Their damage is not very impressive at low levels / level 1. But with the Red Tearstone, okay, Clever Rat's Ring, aka Red Tearstone Ring, plus Marion Blade, essentially giving you quad damage, I might be able to do 100 damage per arrow shot. This is assuming I can equip a good bow. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing, like, nothing. And the big dragon, the one guarding False King, that thing has a good, like, 10,000 plus HP under the best of circumstances. Actually, I think it's more than that. But if you make it harder by giving yourself pure Black World tendency, then, yeah, it's going to have, like, 16 to 20,000, I think. Demon Souls has New Game Plus. Yeah, they have New Game Plus. Yeah, both of them have New Game Plus. And enemies get harder and harder up until a certain point. In Dark Souls, I think it's New Game Plus 6 or something. And in Demon Souls, it's New Game Plus 8. And then after that, they stop getting... And after that, the game stops getting more difficult. I know I've mentioned this, but if you want to platinum trophy Demon Souls with one character, then you have to play through the game a full 3.5 times. What NG have I reached in both of them? I've reached New Game Plus 2, or I think it's 2, maybe 3 in Dark Souls. In Demon Souls, I only ever got up to New Game Plus 4. Actually, I forget how it's categorized. Like, New Game Plus is +1, which would be the second playthrough. Then the third playthrough would be New Game Plus 2. Okay, yeah. So it would be... Yeah, I only ever made it to New Game Plus 2 in Dark Souls and +3 in Demon Souls. Why do I need to finish more than once to Platinum? The reason being is because a couple enemies that you kill, a couple of the bosses that you kill, you use their souls for more than one purpose. If you want to, like, if you want to, god damn it. Anyway, if you want to, like, if you want to get all the spells with one character, you have to clear the whole game once, and then you have to clear the game a second time, because the old monk soul and Maiden Estrella's soul can be made into, I think, 2 different spells. I think it's spells. But yeah, the old monk soul and Maiden Estrella's soul can be used into 4 unique things. That's why you need to beat the game. That's why you need to beat the game 3 whole times and do half a playthrough in New Game Plus 3 to earn the platinum on one character. But that is if you want to do it on one character. Also, to say nothing of the fact that if you want to farm various stones, it is recommended that you have the Soul Stealer spell, which is the one you get for, like, you trade in the Maiden in Black soul in New Game Plus. Like, you get the good ending where the Maiden in Black puts the Great One to sleep. Then you get her soul. Then you trade that into Yuria the Witch, I think, on the second playthrough, or New Game Plus. And then you learn Soul Stealer. Soul Stealer instantly kills an enemy, but you have to be right behind it. Otherwise, you cannot use it. It is not at all practical to do in a normal fight. But it does kill the enemy and give you a lot more souls for the enemy you just killed. Oh, and surprise, surprise, this is how you farm for souls in New Game Plus also. What is the max capacity of flasks in Dark Souls? 15. You can hold up to 15 flasks. Come on. There we go. Not possible to buy the GT40 in this game. I think it is. I have to see though. I think it is. So, hold on a second here. I mean, I've kind of thought this for a little bit now, but does the sand really not slow you down that much? That's weird that the sand does not slow you down. Unless it just doesn't do as much as it should. Hold on. Talk about the 360s and you can't play GoldenEye XBLA. That was never actually released, as far as I'm aware. People got their hands on the source code for that version, and that's why it's available to play. You could never buy it off the marketplace, as far as I'm aware. Why they never released it? Don't ask me. You'd have to ask Grassloo that question. Okay, so it looks like this total race time is going to be about an hour 50. Difficulty Majora's Mask is in the boss and 3 Hearts run. Probably the bosses, yeah. You're gonna get one-shotted by a lot of things. Also, I don't think you can get the Fierce Deity Mask in a 3 Heart run, can you? I don't know. If Blue Hedgehog Man were here, he'd be able to tell us. I feel like there is one of the masks that does give you heart pieces, or several masks that you get heart pieces from, and as a result, like, you can't be doing that. Though if you can get the Fierce Deity Mask, you might be able, it wouldn't be nearly as bad to do a 3 Heart run. You need to get heart pieces on the moon sections. I know you can. I don't think you have to, though. I know there's... I know the moon section has 4 in total, though I do know that much. Great Bay Temple boss is really hard on this challenge. I would assume so. That boss is always a piece of shit to begin with. Twin Mold will be trivial though. You just, if you have the arrow upgrades, you stand in the center and you shoot the tail with your bow over and over until you win. That's what I did in my LP. I don't even bother with the Giant's Mask, because why should I? It requires me to actually play well. Come on, go, go, go. And make the pit stop. Don't ram into the wall. Alright, lap 50 and then lap 73. Banjo-Tooie on 360 has trophies. I think it does. I have to check it, but I'm pretty sure it does. That is a potential LP/stream idea that I could do if I want. Toy Story 3 games any good? I wouldn't be able to tell you. I never played that one. I only ever played the first one for intended for like Windows 95 or whatever it was. I played that back on like the Windows 9, that old really old Windows 98 that I had as a kid. It was whatever. And the second one for N64. I haven't really played that one for PS1 yet. But I would stream that after getting done with this and the Final Fantasy X roadmap stream. One available for Windows game, available for SNES. Yeah, it's available for SNES, and I believe Sega Genesis. I mean, obviously you'd be playing an emulated version more than likely. Next week I'll only do one stream of 2. More than likely, yes. And it'll be on Tuesday. Though, I make no promises. I may or may not. I'm not sure what I want to do for... Since I'm done with Fable 2, I'm not sure what I want to do for the next Friday upload. I might even do... I might do SR 1.3. SR being Star Revenge, for those who don't know. Before I do the ROM hack that everyone knows I'm going to be doing after SM74 Extreme Edition. Play any PS1 games on PS3 or have some that don't work. As far as I'm aware, everything on disc for the PlayStation 1 does work on PS3. Obviously, excluding the ones you can just download from PlayStation Network, obviously. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any compatibility issues. And keep in mind, I have a PS3 Slim Edition, I think it is. Yeah, the original version allowed you to play PS2 games on it, but this version of the PS3 does not. The fat one, you play them well without issues? Yeah, I can play well without issues. Wait, which one is allegedly the fat one? See, I don't know the differences between various consoles. after SM74 will be NOD. You know it. You absolutely know it. And it'll be 1.0. Now, I may have to consult a walkthrough for Extinct Volcano Lagoon because it's an underwater fuckfest of a level. And I don't want to be dealing with that as much as I can help it. Oh, and needless to say, I will be exploiting clips when possible, because it is an underwater stage. I can definitely clip through certain textures and environments, like I did in Drowned Factory. I think I know for a fact that when I did the Melting Ice Resort in Night of Doom years ago, I definitely did a clip to get one of the stars in that stage. I don't remember which one it was, but I definitely did do that. Because I didn't know how else to do it. So, I was like, oh well. 1.0, this version, the hardest one with the bad camera. Yeah, unfortunately, it has the worst camera. But there are various other changes that future versions made that make the ROM hack worse. Namely, changing the metal cap and wing cap themes to crap. Pit cave, that part with the block. You can jump from the slope surface and reach without dying. The wall kick shenanigans. That's the intended way of getting it. But slope you can A-B trick. You'll have to send me a clip of what you're referring to. I think I know which one you're referring to. Even though as you know, I already got that. Speaking of which, I need to get around to actually doing Bowser 2. Shenanigans in the intended way on Star 4. Oh, the side cauldron shenanigans, you mean? Ah, okay. Slope surface and reach without doing that wall kick. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. To reach the actual thing. Get out of the way, Pennzoil. I made him spin out. Haha. Also, that way I use is better. The lava will bounce you to the star. Ah, yeah, yeah. I think I did that by accident, but oh well, whatever works. And yeah, lava bouncing on that section does seem a lot better and more sensible to do. At least I didn't have to do precise lava bouncing. Because we all know how much I love doing precise lava bouncing. Not as bad as having to do invisible floor shit. Invisible floor shit with random death sand in the invisible floor. That is still the most inexcusably shit star I think I've ever gotten. At least out of ROM hacks that are worth playing. PS Star and Final Promenade. Yep. That is exactly the one I was referring to. Oh, God. Well, I didn't mind the level as much after that star, but yeah, that star is the worst thing I've ever seen. Including TD Reds. In hindsight, I don't hate the entire level as much as I did then. Just various parts of that level. And since we're on the topic of Treasure World, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure the only star that has yet to be collected without save states is Final Tragedy Reds. And I've seen the shenanigans you have to do to get that star, and it's gonna be a while before anyone ever gets that one without save states. The best anyone's done is 2. The guy that calls himself Pluto, he did it in 3 segments. I think QSLG Fireball section on B3 is harder than TD. Oh no. No, it's not as hard as TD. Partly because TD has that section from Bowser 3 in it as part of the course. And also, the red coins go so ungodly long. Like, compared to everything else in the game. And needless to say, I will be making when I do Crudello Reds, I will make that comparison. And point out how it is nowhere near as bad as TD Reds. was my hardest section of TD Reds for me, the invisible wall kicks. Thin wall kicks are the boxes on the end. I would say the quicksand ledge grab with the fire shooter plus the boxes at the end is the hardest section. Invisible wall kicks, I remember getting a hang of it once I did it enough times. The thin wall kicks are at least perfectly lined up with the camera, so that's one thing I can say about the thin wall kicks. If the thin wall kicks had cameras like SM74 Extreme Edition, then that would be quite another story. But thankfully the camera is perfectly lined up for you to do the thin wall kicks, so... And as, I think it was GN97 who pointed out, oh nice, you did the thin wall kicks in just one segment. Since I kind of knew what to do from watching someone else do it. That is one thing I can say about Treasure World. At least the original version. Not Dream Edition. I haven't played that, and I will never play that version. But overall, the camera in Treasure World is a lot better than a lot of other hard difficulty ROM hacks. It's still not perfect. Thin wall kicks easier on keyboard. I think so, because if you want to go in one direction, you just hold the key in one. You just hold the correct key. Like with an analog stick, you have to hold it and hope that there's no degree of uncertainty whatsoever. And you have to obviously go entirely 100% in one direction. But on keyboard, you hold one key, and unless your keyboard is bad, then you will do that with 100% consistency. damn it. Stop spinning for no reason. Now luckily, would you stop spinning out randomly? Now luckily, this thing is so powerful, I'm laps ahead of everybody, so it's not a big deal, but still. Or somebody will get Final Tragedy Red. We don't know how people can do this. Not only determination, but skills. Oh yeah, for sure. Although, it'll be a while before anyone gets that one. And I sure would love to see it done. So far, it seems like, of everyone that's played it, well, played that hack, I'm thinking that AM6 person, I'm thinking he would be the one to do it. You don't have patience, you'll spend more than 2k hours. Oh yeah, just on practice alone. Yeah. AM6, he was the one he was the first person, and I believe the only person to do, to Sunk's Dawn Reds, save stateless. That is the only reason I say that he's the most likely to do it. The worst thing is needing to memorize the angle of the D-pad camera in some jumps. Oh, Jesus. You have to do D-pad movement, too. Oh, yikes. That angled jump sections. Oh, big yikes. Oh, big yikes. That is definitely something I'm not accustomed to. And you have to do that shit mid-jump, too. I know that much. Sunk's Dawn, you started a long section of angled jumps and only angled jumps. Yikes. Alright, last pit stop. Watch Rhyme by Reverie Stars. That was intended to be hard in the original Treasure World. I watched Cats 789 do some of the stars in that stage. I wish that stage was in original Treasure World, but I'm guessing the in level there's the level limit in Mario 64. That stage had an incredible OST. I have looked at literally nothing of SR 7.5 since, like, I played 6.5 Wrath of the Dim Flower and watched Big Dip's playthrough of that, and like if 7.5 is just going to be more of the same, then I have no desire to look at it or play it. Get out of the way, Pennzoil. Bug type only will run doable in Gen 1. More than doable, I've done it. I have done it with 3 Beedrills and 3 Butterfrees. But without leveling up too much, there's no chance. No chance. You're just going to get killed by Gary's Alakazam. You would have to teach something agility, though. Can Beedrill even learn agility in Gen 1? I don't remember. What's the name of the LP? Oh, I didn't LP it. I did it on physical console way back in the day. But yeah, it was pretty bad once I got to the Elite Four, because Laurelie's Lapras with 90 accuracy Blizzard. Yeah, not fun. Not fun to contend with. Bruno and Agatha were not that bad. Lance wasn't bad either, because they look at agility as the psychic move and are like, or psychic type move, and they're like, oh, I should spam agility on Beedrill, not realizing that it's not going to actually hurt me while they die to Toxic. So, yeah. It was Laurelie and Gary were the worst two in that challenge, by far. Oh shit, fireworks I think are going off. It is 4th of July in America, and that's a big deal in this country. If fireworks are going off, I'm going to mute my mic for a while. The Pokemon have I played that has the hardest Elite Four. I remember having a hard time with the Sinnoh League, although at the time I was using Kricketune and Luxray, not optimized at all. So, like, yeah, that was pretty bad. Especially the Kricketune. Like, even for... I'm sure you remember the NU randomizer run that I did for Soul Silver, where I used a bunch of bad Pokemon. Even for using only bad Pokemon, Kricketune is really bad. Like, it's like Sunflora level bad. It's that bad. Milotic could be good at some point. Or not wild to evolve. I think Milotic is good for, like, low-level competitive stuff. By low-level, I mean, like, not the best thing to use, but also not terrible either. Like, it can definitely face tank a while. Though it's definitely not worth the effort of capturing a Feebas for in Gen 3. Because that's the one where you have to find the 6 specific spots. The 6 specific spots on Route 120, I think it is. And then you have to evolve you have to maximize its beauty. In Gen 3. And I believe Gen 4 has something similar. But you do have to evolve, or maximize its beauty. And then in Gen 5, they just changed it to trade with Prism Scale. I think we're going to finish around 155, like I said. Never played something like Kaizo Pokemon hack? No, I have no desire to play that kind of hack for Pokemon because, for one, I don't have the tolerance or patience for that. And second of all, I've seen Picaspri play those sorts of hacks, and he had no fun with them, so yeah, I'm not gonna play them either. Ah. About OZ64 Blue Hedgehog playing, like the hack and think it's enjoyable to play. I like the idea of the hack. I don't know how enjoyable it is to play since I haven't played it myself. It looks like something I would enjoy though. Never played a Last Impact? No, I haven't. Never played Last Impact because enough people have done that for me. It's like, if something is highly mainstream, I have... This sounds weird, but if something is highly mainstream, I am less likely to play it. Unless, of course, it's something I have a vested interest in. And at the time I wanted to do a... Like, when Last Impact came out, Big Dip was already playing it. And I didn't want to seem like I was just copying him. Especially given that he was the one that started me down the path of playing ROM hacks in the first place. For Mario 64. Yeah, like famous games? Yeah, kinda. Well, not just famous, but famous and also really new. And again, if tons of other people are playing it. Like, obviously, I don't have a problem with playing famous games. If I did, I wouldn't be playing I would not have played Resident Evil 2. I wouldn't have been playing Resident Evil 4, Ocarina of Time, GoldenEye, etc. And plus, at the time Last Impact came out, I mentioned Big Dip was already playing it, and I wanted to play a recently released ROM hack that nobody else had been doing an LP of. That LP ended up being Treasure World. Nobody else had done that with commentary before I did. Next stream will I start to do the points championship? If you want, I can do that next time. I was gonna knock off more miscellaneous events. Like, I was thinking of doing more of the restricted horsepower races so I can do the other dealership events and not have to worry about upgrading too much. But if you would rather I do the point championships next time, sure, I'll do it. You like the dealership events too? Okay. And I think we'll continue more or less what I did this stream next time. Minus one endurance. I think minus the endurance race though. For two of them, I'll be using a new vehicle, since the two of them restrict your horsepower to 590 horsepower, and one of them is 690. I think next we'll be firing up the ZZ2 and seeing how good that car is. And like I said, off screen I'll test the Speed 12 and see how good that is. Since, like, it does have 180 horsepower less than this thing does, the Suzuki, but if it turns like 10 times better than this, then that would be better for most races. And or if it has potentially better acceleration. Change oil effects to the car. I don't think oil changes actually... I don't think you can even change the oil in this game, can you? If you can, there's no light indicating that you need to. I think that was the thing introduced in 3. Alright, there we go. 1 hour 50. 7 laps, 7, 7, 8 laps. Okay. Alright, so we'll see what car I unlocked. Thank God I don't have to do endurance races for credit farming. Although, the number of vehicles you need to do everything is significantly more in this game compared to 3, so... Alright, so we're going to quickly look at what we've unlocked, and then I will end the stream. And to be fair, I think that was probably the longest endurance race outside of Rome 2 hours. So, Europa. This I've already unlocked. I don't know what these are, but Europa. Never tried that arcade race in GT3. I have, and you could just use F1 vehicles and smash everything. But if you're doing rally races... Hello there. I think this is the thing I use for that Grand Valley one. Anyway, unless it's a rally race, then you just use the Suzuki and crush everything. As for the time trial race, no, I never tried that again. So, alright, well, that'll be it for this stream. Like I said, next time we'll be doing more restricted horsepower races. Possibly one more endurance race, I'm not sure. And then we might actually be getting close to the end of the playthrough, actually. And obviously if there's any off-screen shenanigans to do outside of testing the Speed 12, I will do that also. If I'm aware if I know to do it. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Farewell.